So, I'm in the car wash. So I wanted to talk real quick about my vision or my expectations as a city council person. So, the way I envision it is I will get an email or communication of some type, either in person, email, call, whatever, from a citizen about an issue. Let's say a speed limit change. They think that their road should be slower than it's posted. So what I would do is I would talk to them first and see what they want and exactly how to make their situation better. If changing the speed limit would be the best solution, or if it's just a specific car that they're having issues with, or whatever the case may be. Talk to them and see if there's a better solution than changing the laws before we go that route. But then also, I would, once the citizen, the person has the concern, feels that I am hearing them and have their issue in mind and understand them clearly, then I would talk with my coworkers, the other city council members, about whatever they have going on at the time, and see if they are also working on something similar, that so that we don't end up duplicating an issue. And so I talked to them about that, make sure that everyone's understanding that we're all on this, we're all on the same page and we know what the issue is and everything. So then I would go and talk to not the police, but the Department of Transportation. I'm sorry, I just couldn't think of the group, who they were. So I would go talk to the Department of Transportation, and I would see what is currently happening with that issue, and see if they have any easier solutions than an ordinance. And then if they do, go from there with them working on that issue, or if they don't, work on an ordinance. And then I would sit down and I would take all the information that I got from the DOT, and I would do as much research as I could on, you can't forget when you're writing a law, you can't forget about the people who suffer in making a law. So, and I think that's what's not happening. And so what I would like to do is really just, so I would think about, okay, who is this benefiting and who is really suffering from this? Because you can't forget those people too. And so in the case of lowering a speed limit, there's not a whole lot of people that suffer from that, depending on the situation. It can be an inconvenience for people, but so I would want to make sure that I am harming as few people as possible with the laws that I would write. So I would also want to make sure that it's not like a victimless crime that I'm creating. I don't want to create any laws that would cause the police to have to enforce some silly, arbitrary rule that would make one person happy, but everyone else would suffer. So I would really try to make sure that I am not creating a victimless law, or something like just completely unnecessary. So I would also take those into consideration. And so then I would and my expectation of this would be, so I'd get it all together, write down like a rough draft basically of what I want it to look like. I would take it to the other city council members and have them, just take a quick look at it, make sure. I don't want to write really long laws like we get at Washington DC, like they're just massive like books that you have to read, and then they don't read them, but they just pass them to see what's in it. I don't want to do that. I want it to be straightforward, to the point. According to the city charter, you can only address one issue per ordinance, which makes sense. It keeps it short, to the point, and clear and concise, and that's what I want to do. So, and that's how it should be done. Obviously, that's how it's written to be done. So I would take it over, once I've got my rough draft, I would take it around to the council members and ask their input. I would put it also like on social media or wherever, and I would see but what input is added to it, and I would take that input into consideration, update my draft. And not until I've gotten like probably 2 or 3 drafts that people have given me input on, would I then decide, okay, this is looking like it's good, I'm going to send it in, to be voted on. And so that is what I envision. It is a lot of hard work, but it's something that I really feel is necessary, and I feel like it's not getting done properly. And I could be wrong, but I just don't see what I want to be seeing. And I've watched a couple of the city council meetings. They're very dry. And that's to be expected, but so that's pretty much how I envision it. Is I would be hearing a complaint, writing a rough draft, reaching out to the community and the businesses, and that either enforce or make the changes or are affected by it. And I would not forget the person, that is the odd man out, and I would do what I can to minimize the impact on those people. So that's how I envision it going. So hopefully I'm not incorrect in my vision. Hopefully that's how it goes, and if it's not, that's okay. I can adjust my way of thinking. I am not stuck in one way of doing things, so I'm okay with that. But I wanted to give you an idea of what I think it looks like. So thank you for listening. And also, I keep forgetting, because I feel like it's already understood. If you feel like you like what I have to say, please like it. You can subscribe to the channel if you feel like it. You don't have to. Obviously, you're your own person. Do what you want to do. And then also, I have a Facebook group. It's just Lindsay McCaffey for Seattle City Council 2021. So check it out. Thanks.